Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Best in Slot with the first semi-final of the Skyrim Beast Battle Arena. Today, as you can see at the bottom, is the Spriggan versus the Draugr Deathlord. The vast majority of you did go for the Draugr, but as we have seen in the past, the underdog can definitely prevail. Now, I must say, now I'm having to post-record this, the speech I should say, because of an issue with Fraps, basically because I muted my mic. So apologies if anything's a little out of time, but I will do my very, very best. So, our first semi-final, 3 battles left. The winner of this will go through to the grand final where they face either the Frost Troll or the or the Dragon Priest. If you would like to vote, as always, like the comment that is associated with your NPC. And now let's meet the contestants. See, I was a bit slow there. In the red corner, we have the Spriggan. She's looking lovely. She's got a, whatever the hell that thing's called, I've completely forgotten, taproot in her stomach. Very handy thing. If you go on a date with a Spriggan and the restaurant is fully booked, you guys can just sit down, chow down on the taproot, you know? If you go on a date with a Spriggan and no vegetarian places are open, you are sorted. You can eat the taproot. It's very handy having a woman on a date who carries a large quantity of food in her stomach. Birds and like kangaroos will tell you exactly the same thing, promise you. So there she is, looking lovely. She's got her greeny, sparkly bits and she's looking epically off into the distance. It's kind of like an album cover, you know? It's like from Boyzone or something. She's staring off ready. Probably looking into a sunset. I mean, there's no sunset, but maybe she's imagining a sunset. We wish you very much luck in this next fight, Mrs. Spriggan. I should probably come up with a name. Leafy. She should be called Leafy, for it is a beautiful name. Let's meet her contestant in the blue corner. It's the Draugr Deathlord. Standing at 6'4" tall, I've made that up. He's clad in some lovely armour. Looks terrifying, as always, but, you know, he's a fairly stylish guy, and you think that armour may give him a bit of a boost in the upcoming fight. And his helmet has horns on it now. Look at it. He could do some serious damage. All he has to do is run into it, and she'll probably die. He's also got a nice little cape, because he likes feeling like a superhero, and he wants to feel a little bit special. Despite the cuteness of said cape, he's still a terrifying, blood-covered son of a bitch, who has clearly been eating something fairly recently. But anyway, that's enough of that. You can hear the music starting to pull up from the background. And we're going to get this fight going in 3, 2, I can't really time this. 3, 2, 1... Go! Dum dum! Straight in, melee combat. Spriggan takes a dragon shout from the Deathlord, but she's holding her own. She did a little vanish thing, but she's down on the ground. She's there. She's healing up. She's healing up. A good counterplay by the Spriggan there as the contestants beat on each other. No! And the Spriggan falls. She held up fairly well. You know, she's a noble contestant, but she really was not ready for the power of the Draugr Deathlord. And there she goes. It fades. The green leafy beautifulness fades away. And she's condemned to the record books as the one that died in the semi-final first. Leafy deserved more than that. But Mr. Deathlord, you did well. How do you feel? I don't know how I'm expecting him to answer me, especially because I'm adding this afterwards, but it may work one day. He did well. He will now go through to the final to face either the Dragon Priest or the Frost Troll. Remember to vote for whichever one you want to vote for, and we'll get that fight on the go very soon. I'm sorry, Leafy. You were a good contestant. She did well, you know, she'd beaten a Hagraven in the past. She'd beaten one of the overdogs, as they'll be called. You know, underdog versus overdog. I don't think overdog's a word, but we're going to pretend overdog's a word. She beat an overdog. She came through 2 rounds, 2 fights she managed. She got to the third, to the semi-final, and she couldn't quite make it all the way. As you can see now, with a very beautifully updated and super shiny edition of the scoreboard, we can see that the Draugr has gone through to the final position, where he will face the Frost Troll or the Dragon Priest, whichever one makes it through the next semi-final battle. It's been a long fight, guys. The Draugr has taken out a giant, one of the early favourites, and then he took out the bear in the next round, and now he's through to the final, where he'll face either the Frost Troll, who had to initially take down the Frostatronic and then a Sabercat, or a Dragon Priest who took down a Falmer and something else, because I didn't read that quick enough. That's all we have time for. Thank you very much for joining me. Much love. Please do like and subscribe, and I shall see you next video. Cheers. Much love. Bye bye.